What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. Sorry guys, I've not been on all day. I've been crazy busy at work, but TGIF, it is Friday, and you guys know tomorrow and after tomorrow it is obviously going to be family day for me, where I spend most of my time with my family. But I do want to talk about an important subject and something that I'm very proud of, and that is right here. 6,800 people have killed hard mode BARAN. A lot of you guys are free-to-play players. I'm very proud of the free-to-play community, and of course, very grateful and proud of the whale community and dolphin community as well. Everyone all together band together to make this work. 7,000 is a pretty damn hard achievement to make, but we all are getting there, and it's very close. I would imagine at this point we've probably accomplished this. It just hasn't been updated. Now, I do want to talk about a few different things. Did I make the cut? I fell short. I fell short on my free-to-play. Now, when it comes down to my pay-to-win, I was probably, I keep saying this, probably top 20. Could be top 50, who knows. I finished in the first 15 minutes, the thing was out, right? No death, no retries, it was done. So I had the full experience. I got to expose myself to hard mode. I got to complete hard mode. And then I do want to talk a little bit about things I've learned about this actual event and how I want to correct some of the problems I made going forward. So first, I want to just say this. I am, again, very proud of the free-to-play community. For those who actually did complete it, many of you have reached out to me and said, hey, Payne, I beat it at 920, 915, 917, 9, whatever the case may be. Very proud to see that free-to-play, as a matter of fact, was able to complete this. And that's a big ups to Netmarble as well for allowing free-to-play players to have that opportunity and not have FOMO, where this is only for whales, right? So that's amazing, and I'm glad they did that. Now, I fell short. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys the reasons why I fell short and where my issues lay, and hopefully this will help some of you guys in the future kind of, learn from this mistake, which I don't really consider it a mistake, and I'll tell you why I don't consider it a mistake. Is because I wasn't planning to ever finish hard mode. It just what happened to work really well, and I started getting some of the units that were useful for it. Now, the reason why I didn't finish hard mode, there's a couple of reasons why. Let's go through some of them right now. Before I do that, though, let me just quickly get my summon out of the way, because I do hope I get Gunhi here. 42 out of 80, guys. We'll just try it. One of the reasons why I didn't finish it, number one, is my battle tier. Just wasn't high enough, right? At the end of the day, it comes down to how big is your EPing on your free-to-play account, and unfortunately, mine kind of fell short. Normally, in real life, I never have that problem, but in this game, I kind of fell a little bit short. And I'm not going to lie, my account has gone through quite a dry spell when it comes down to luck. A lot of it has to do with luck, right? If we look at my actual battle tier, even with my top end battle tier with my highest end units, I'm at 897. If I were to go into this against BARAN, I don't have anything special to make this power go up any further. This is the be-all, end-all of my power at the moment, okay? So 897 would not be enough to finish BARAN. Unfortunately not. And the reason why is, of course, that coveted break bar that he has that sits high and mighty up there is just way too hard to break when you're in the red. And I would be absolutely close. I wouldn't be in the red maybe, but I'd be closer to be in the red penalty, where everything would be diminished, including the break bar, and I would just sit there for hours trying to break it rather than finishing it. So that's reason number one. All right, reason number two. This is something I regret very deeply, and that is not going in for Gunhi to A5. That was one of my biggest mistakes, all right? The second part of my mistake was also completely skipping Harper, right? And some of you guys may not agree with this, but again, this is why in the back of my mind, I told myself, because I skipped Harper, I was probably missing out a major piece of the puzzle, which is going to be break damage on BARAN, and that's why I never expected to really finish hard mode BARAN. So where I got is I got 17% to Kaisel, and that was as far as I got to, unfortunately, with that mode. There's, like I said, the 200 people that are remaining probably already finished it, okay? So lessons learned. Next time, when an almighty breaker comes out, go for them, right? I had Gunhi, I thought that was more than enough, but unfortunately wasn't. So Wu at A2 is not enough as well, too, just so you guys are aware. Unfortunately, that's really poor breaking. If I had maybe an A4 and A5 with a little bit more power, I think he may have been a good substitute for that, at least to give Mireille even more power, because she's my A5 Mireille. At A4, she gets more wind damage with more wind units, but unfortunately Wu fell short. And then also another one here that fell short was my Hansimi. Now, I only got A2 Hansimi recently, but not having a good support, and this is a big one, guys, supports make the game. Okay, your DPS drive everything, but the supports make them better. So it's really difficult not to have a strong Min. My Min is A0. Not to have a strong Meilin. That's right. And not to have a strong Hansimi. Now, this was not of my own choosing. just so everyone's aware. I did summon for these units. I just had really, really bad luck, and my supports on this account have notoriously been the worst things about this account. It's completely been my supports. So that's kind of the reasons why I was not, and I knew in the back of my mind when I did this that I wasn't going to finish it, and I had to kind of accept that. Is it disappointing? Sure. Was it expected? Absolutely. So I kind of don't feel too bad about it, because I knew in the back of my mind again that there's a chance that I will not be able to get this done, a high level chance, and lo and behold, it didn't happen. But this is proof, right? Out of the 7,000, I can comfortably say a good 10% of that 7,000, so let's say 700 people, were actually free-to-play players. I think that's a good number. It could be a little bit lower, maybe 5%, but I'd say 5 to 10% were free-to-play players, global free-to-play players. Let's say maybe 3% were global free-to-play players, and we'll say 10% total. 7% were early access players to finish this. So it's totally doable for free-to-play, and I think Netmarble, again, deserves a pat on the back for allowing free-to-plays the opportunity to do things that normally in most other gacha games would be only available for whales. So again, congratulations to the free-to-play community. So again, lessons learned from me, guys, and I think this is an important one. For those who are thinking of skipping Thomas because he's defense scaled, I'm going to implore you, in this game, it's fairly important to consider units that do a little bit of everything. And again, Thomas's kit lets him do a little bit of everything, even though he's defense scaled. Not to mention, I will strongly believe in my heart of hearts that defense is going to get a new set of gear that is going to make it the most likely the meta. Because if you look at all the units that have come out, Charlotte, Gunhee, and now Thomas, if he is defense scale, of course, we don't know 100%. Defense seems to be now the predominantly more powerful units that come out with just really bad scaling gear. All right, so I wouldn't skip Thomas, guys, if I were you. If you were like me and you're a Goto fan and you're waiting for Goto Ryuji to come out, I will still be summoning for Thomas with all my might. This account is going all in for him, because you just don't get this kind of thing every single day, and it's too hard to miss out on units now, especially with what happened with Gunhee, what happened with Harper. I know when a light instance comes out, my light team is ready. Like once Thomas is in this light team, my Chaz A5, my Gunhee's A3, hopefully pushing to A5 eventually, and then my Thomas, whatever he ends up being, is what he ends up being. When light content comes out, I want to be prepared, because that is what I've been banking most of my stuff on, is my light content, right? Wind, I just started getting good at wind, because my Mirai only became A5 like last month, right? And you guys saw my journey. I went all the way to 0 Essence Stones. So I don't want to miss out the next big event, especially if it's light. I think I've built my light up well enough, and now it's time to put my money where my mouth is, and hopefully be able to prove that with a good future. Like if you look at the future and you build one elemental team strong enough, and it's that elemental's team to shine, the time to shine for that element, you can totally get hard mode done as a free-to-play player. So I'm hoping that at least this is a good lesson learned for you guys. Don't skip out your supports. They're super important. Obviously, if you plan to complete a hard mode for a specific element and you know that element's coming, build a team with that element, go all in on them, and then just reap the benefits, right? But then that, obviously, as a free-to-play player, will push you back on upcoming future content. This game is interesting. It's like, as a free-to-play player, you can get every unit, but based on your, I guess, succession in summoning, it won't allow you to complete every raid. I think that's where the free-to-play aspect is limited. Not necessarily getting all the characters, because you can do it through custom draws, limited draws. There's no special tickets. It's just a matter of like, hey, have I got these units enough? Have I built them enough? And then what raid can I accomplish? Like for me personally, normal mode was completed easily. Easy mode was completed easily. Hard mode, I got up to the second. I beat the second boss. Third boss, I almost completed. Just didn't get it done. You know what? At the end of the day, it's all the same rewards minus the extra skin and obviously the bragging rights. So overall, I'm not overly pissed. I'm a little disappointed, obviously I didn't get it done, but at the same time I'm very proud to say that I was able to put out content for free-to-play, I was able to beat bosses as free-to-play in hard mode, I was able to put out guides, and obviously help you guys out with my pay-to-win account in terms of how to tackle Baran and Kaisel. So overall, guys, I want to thank you guys for the support. Congratulations to those free-to-play players who finished it. Congratulations to the Dolphins and Whales who carried and completed the 7,000. Super proud of this community, and I hope we continue thriving. Hopefully light mode comes out next, so I can actually go in and kick some ass and finish hard mode myself. Tom is coming very soon. I put out 3 or 4 live streams already that are coming up very soon. Shout out to Musu and Zaf for the podcast that's coming up. Plus, speaking of Musu, he and I and some of the folks on his testing team and my testing team, I've been doing a lot of testing of crit damage. So look forward to that video. It'll open up your eyes on a lot of the things that are happening in the game that you may not know about. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. Again, congratulations to everybody in the 7,000 and those who are currently trying to complete it. Hope you guys get it done. This is Payne. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.